she gave it to me. It's devastating to have to come on here and share that whenever I was 19 years old, Gucci third leg burned me with HSV2. And he told me that he was going to send me his test results, and he never did. And it saddens me to hear that he's done this to so many girls, and there's girls with so many similar stories to me, and they're so young as well. He is preying on the young, he is preying on the new, and I'm so sorry for not saying this 7 months ago. I was scared, and I was making so much money. I can't keep beating around the bush because you guys think I'm lying. And he can't ruin anybody else's life. I didn't know what he was known for. I didn't know who he was. I didn't do my research. And it is my fault.
All right, pretty Wendy outside. Lust, desperation, clout, idol-worship, stupidity, lack of accountability, plus money, fear, temporary fame, lack of love and support equals eternity in the abyss that coexists with your lustful demonic ideology. Honestly, she is a brave soul for even telling her truth about what is going on in this realm of sex work. And not many people, not many people will understand what sex workers do behind closed doors. And in their field of work or profession, which is not professional, but they're calling their collab, they're calling sex a collab. And I don't understand how it's a collab, but you gotta understand as well. If you are operating down here at your lower frequency, your root chakra, you have no common sense for yourself because you will allow money to deprive you from actual having common sense, basically. Because if you're too busy thinking down here, you can't think up here anymore because you have lost your ways, because your ways have been blinded by moolah, the currency that you should have had when you were down here. But since you're up here with this heart, because your love is for money now, you don't have love inside of yourself anymore because your morals are out the window. So if you have more than 1,000 some bodies and you're out here on kill streaks, eliminating women and men, not only that, if you're having sex with girls, if you are above age and you're having sex with girls below the age of 20, 19, 18, 17, and you're out here just going crazy and not showing them your results, you should get stoned for that. On top of that, people are not understanding as well that if you don't have accountability, then you won't speak up for yourself because she's brave to do that. But imagine how many men and women are out here walking around with herpes, not telling you, because you are parlaying with somebody right now. So look right next to you, to the right, to the left. Hey, you got herpes? They'll probably be like, don't get offended. Are you trying to offend me? What do you mean do I got herpes? Why are you asking me a question like that? Now you see, you irritate their demons. You have now watch their ego. You have offended them. How can you get offended by asking a logical question to protect you and her? On top of that, too, somebody can say, all you gotta do is just wrap it up. You can still get herpes if you wrap that shit up, nigga. So you can go into the warfare, you can slay a dragon and still get burnt with armor. You can have a full body armor on and still get your ass burnt. How is that possible? Because you were too busy operating out of lust. You weren't thinking with this brand, you was thinking down here. So when you think down here in your lower self, you have no way to get out of it. You have no way to get out into your higher self anymore because your higher self is knocking on the door saying, hey, bro, they're not for you. That's a succubus. That's an incubus right there. But you're too busy urging yourself to have that lower desire to go be with this person because it's popular to do so. They got fame, they got notoriety, they got attention. Look at all the followers they got. And now they're right in front of your face. And it's like, and the thing is too, to these little ass boys out here too, to all my young kids, my young kings, my young women as well, do not let social media fame send you into the abyss of damnation. When you have to walk around and people know like, damn, you're the person that got herpes now. Don't be that person. You better grab your nuts, grab your clitoris. You should ask this person before you have sex with them, before you lay with them, before you go on a date with them. When was the last time you got checked? How many partners have you had before you talked to me? Why are you talking to me? Ask them that question. And if you are scared to ask that question, don't date. Be single. To my awakened ones, if you are awake and you're retaining your energy, you already know I ain't talking to you because you know what to do in this world and this temporary illusion. On top of that too, if you don't have a partner, if you don't have your eyes on a wife or a husband or a significant other that you see a future with, do not waste your time, nor your energy, nor your vitality being with a temporary succubus or incubus who only wants you for a temporary period of time. Not only that, they want money from you because they actually fear who you are. And then you are sleeping with them because they have temporary fame. So if you are lusting after them because they have fame and notoriety, what are you actually sleeping with them for? And then when you get burnt, now you run to the internet and then you expect us to sit here and advocate for what you got going on. And now there are people in the comment section who are telling on themselves saying, yeah, you know, it's okay, everybody got it, it's just common. That should not be common. Having a sexually transmitted demon in your program should not be common. Because if you love yourself, you wouldn't lay with the opposition who looks just like you. Have a great day, God and Goddess. All right, what's good, family? How are we doing? Honestly, if you just seen that video, that does suck. So shout out to that young woman, the young goddess, for even coming out to say her piece on what's going on in this realm of sex work and how it's perceived to be. Because many people don't understand how deep lust goes. And the thing is as well, to me, lust is a contradiction, right? So of course, throughout this video, if you are not able to comprehend divine logic, scroll this video because you're too fixated on what you were taught. Over here, I don't teach you anything but common sense, but obviously it's not so common, because if it was common sense, then you wouldn't be talking ignorance for free. You would have to pay for it. But obviously you're going to spew out your ignorance because you're not taught you're not taught the ways of articulation of logic or divinity through a frequency or a higher frequency of advanced consciousness. So you have to be advanced to understand what the fuck I just even said. On quantum thinking, there are many people out here. So for one, we gotta understand as well. I'm gonna keep on saying this too. Don't you dare fall on my head under a pine cone tree. But with demons, demonic programs, and demonic influences as well, these influences in the industry are their main mission, because we all have a purpose per se, right? I don't believe in a purpose, but you create your purpose. I have more than one purpose. But I'm living out my purpose since I was 5 years old. That's why I'm here to tell you this at my age right now. There are many other demons that have a purpose in this dimension. Their one purpose is to knock you off of your purpose, your higher frequency, into your higher self. Your higher self does not care to have sex, but your lower self, your ego's lower ways, your urges, your pleasures. Your ego wants to be pleased through a lower pleasure of a demonic program that it knows best. Because your ego only knows itself from other egos as well. Because the ego can go hand in hand with other egos that are subconsciously in love with themselves. When you get into the realm of sex work, many people are in these industries because they basically want one thing that we all, not all of us, but some people are chasing, our people, and that's just money. Now the thing is too, when you're an advanced spiritual being, you don't care for money, because why? You're existing in currency right now. When you feel rich on the inside, you don't have to adore money or a fallacy, because the moment you touch that fallacy, you have to go spend it on ignorance. But when you save your money, when you save your energy, when you retain your mindset, you become higher than what you used to know. And that's how rich you become. You become the billionaire that you always looked up to, or you idol worship. You become the multi-millionaire that you looked up to, or that you follow, that you talk to, or want to talk to, or that ignores you in person or on social media. When you see what these people are doing behind these closed doors, they are basically, like she just stated, they're burning each other out here. And the thing is too, it's sad because we gotta let bygones be bygones. It takes two to tango. So let's start with the men as well. So all you sorry ass niggas out there in this world, my woman out there, I don't care if you're young or old. There are many incubus out here. There are many quantum leapers, astral jumpers, cosmic shifters that are able to shift your timeline. They're able to knock you down in frequency because you are infatuated by what they bring to the table that you offered up to them. Because of course you were mesmerized by the clout, the followers, the attention, the height, the clothes, the material possessions that they had, the cars, the he say, she say, the gossip, the lies intrigued you as well, because you want to know his truth. So when his truth tickles your ears, you can't comprehend the lies that he's hiding through his language that he speaks in English. And then when he's talking to you in his native language or his tongue will lie to you and tickle you, because for one, you're too busy focusing on the one thing that most women do operate in, and that's their lustful nature, their lower ways. Not all women operate like that, but some women do. Because when they see a man that they like, they're focusing on how he is perceived in bed with her so that she can lay down and coexist with his energy or his warmth or his comfort, his nurturing, his spirit, his essence, whatever the case may be. But demons do the exact same enlightenment, and that's where people get fucked up at. When it comes down to enlightenment, there are many sorry ass niggas out here that they can only give you lust. They can only give you sex because they have nothing else to give you. Just look at them. They were born in lust and they will die in lust because that's all they know is lust. There are some people who are too fixated on that program to where they wake up and they immediately waste their energy on a pixel. They immediately, for example, today, there's probably somebody who watched this video right now. They woke up today on a Sunday and they said, you know what, man? This girl looks good. I ain't gonna lie. And they will sit there. You can be on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. You can even be on a video game. That's how sick some boys or some men's mindset are. They are so submissive to their ego that their ego will see a woman. It can be a cartoon. They will see a cartoon woman on the screen and they'll still waste their energy on her. And she's not even real. There are some niggas out there who waste their energy on a woman who they perceive to be real. But once again, what is reality in a fictional illusion that you dream upon in reality, that your mind thinks is reality, when reality is not real to itself? There are some niggas out there who will sit there, they'll look at the screen, and it can be on, like I stated too, it can be Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, all of that. They'll see her, she can be shaking her ass because women know how to weaken the man, and that's through lust. So when a man sits there and says, damn, her body look good, her titties look nice, her ass look good, oh, she's shaking that thing, damn. Now the video will cut off. They'll replay it. Damn. They're getting hard. They'll rub it. Next thing you know, what happens? They're sitting there thinking to themselves. Now, here's where the contradiction. The man, because as a man, I can relate, because I used to do that as well. But I'm glad I left that programming a long time ago. But when you become awake to it, you become aware of how sorry you used to be, basically. You understand, like, damn, I was so sorry that I wasted my energy on a woman I'll never meet. So you become famous. Here's where it gets tricky when it comes to fame. But before I even get to that, the man will perceive itself to be like, you know what? I'm going to waste my seed on this woman that I want to be with. But of course, you'll never be with her because for one, she's through the phone. On top of that, you are actually under mind control. So she used her body to make you waste your energy. And then you don't blame anybody else. Well, actually, no, you don't blame yourself, but you don't blame everybody else for your anxiety, your stress, and your fear, and your desperation, and your depression as well. And then you wonder why you can't find your purpose. You wonder why you can't find a spouse. You wonder why you can't get ahead on your finances or your job. You wonder why nobody likes you. You wonder why you're breaking out. You wonder why you can't focus on the grind. You wonder why you can't work out. You wonder why you can't do 10 push-ups. You wonder why when you look at a woman, you can't look at her eye to eye. You wonder why when you look at men in the eye, you can't look them eye to eye as well because you have no respect for yourself. Because all the respect that you have is out the window because you have no morals. And that's exactly where women sense that. They know that. So when you go out into public, women can sense that you have a bitch inside of you. Women can sense that you a pussy. Because why? You chase after it. You waste your energy on a pixelated vagina that you can't even touch. Imagine wasting your seed on a vagina that you can't even touch. You wasted your life source on a vessel that you can't even touch physically. Your mind thinks that you're touching it mentally. So mentally, you're weak and you're dominated by your ego. Imagine your subconscious mind dominating the lower frequency of Almighty God's observation that you embody, that you were born into. When it comes to the woman, there are some women out here who are too weak in their mind as well. And on top of that too, women are fragile mentally, physically, and spiritually. It's not all though, but some, majority of them. They have to be nurtured. So if you as a man, if you can't nurture the woman's mindset, woman, the man will sense that and he will dominate your submission.
making you submit to his submission. And then when he dominates you into submission, guess what? You're going to bend over backwards to please his urges, to where he sees no pleasure nor cares for how he's pleasing you. He only wants to get his and go back home to his girlfriend or his wife. And sometimes niggas in there that's so player, which is crazy to me. Some of y'all getting pimped out for money or for attention. You're giving him attention that he can't get at home. So then when he goes into your industry or your realm, he'll use you. He'll probably pay you for what you wanted for your service. And then when you're working in sex work, you may not even ask this nigga, when was the last time you got checked? When was the last time you checked to see your genitals on if you got bumps or you got burning sensations? When was the last time you did this or that? The man will sit there, look in your eyes and say, baby girl, come on now, you know me better than that. I got checked like last week, man. And of course, the woman will say, the thing is too, once again, infatuation. She's so infatuated by his how handsome he looks or how good his body looks or his fame, his attention, because now she's in his vicinity to the point to where all the women that are chasing after him, they don't know that she's in his world. And so the woman that she used to be, she's now becoming a better woman than what she used to be, because women can't be where she's at. So she's in a whole different environment, and then she could look at other women and be like, damn, this is the nigga that y'all want. I'm right next to him, laying right next to him. And the whole entire time, he a sorry ass nigga just like you a sorry ass woman. So when you ask him these questions, and then for one, there's two options. He may get offended. Free game. Before you lay with somebody, before you go on a date with somebody, ask them a simple question. When was the last time you got checked? And they say, why you ask me some dumbass shit like that? Whoa. Why are you getting offended? You must have something to hide. What is it that you don't want to tell me? Now, suspicion creeps into their ego to the point to where if you catch them lying, they'll lie even harder. And the harder they lie, the harder you'll make them fall for you. The harder they'll fall for you because you caught them in their lie. And that's what gets them going. And a lot of men, they suck at lying. Women as well. But once you ask him these questions, the other option, he may be honest. And now you will love him for that honesty. But he'll be so honest to the point to where you have no choice but to fall for his love that he can't give to you. But he can take it from you. Because why? That man is not who you think he is. If authenticity and compassion and love and higher frequencies are developed before the conversation continues in the bedroom, both of you will know who y'all are beyond the physical, because everything is spiritual before it's physical. For one, we are all demons, but I don't believe in demons. But I believe that we are all intuitively demonic forces among our own angelic enlightenment. When you understand enlightenment, you understand as well that many people are literally traveling through time to snatch your soul because they have no body to form their enlightenment in. So they come from the future to knock you down in the current moment to bring you right back to the past that you try to run away from currently. And if you keep running from your past, you can't build for your future. So then when you coexist with this person and you procreate with this person, y'all make a baby. Now all of a sudden we got single parent households because y'all did the one thing that the Almighty commanded you to not do before marriage. Don't fornicate. Don't lust if you are not willing to build a future with each other. Because lust will make you do some deceitful things. And if you are deceived by lust, then you will have no way into saving yourself from eternal damnation in this lower abyss that we call Earth, life, planet Gaia, or reality. These things are mindsets. So if you are in the sex work industry, you cannot be surprised that you got burnt. Woman, you need to check this nigga's dick before you stick it inside of you. Look to see if a nigga says, for one, if you ask this nigga, what is that on your dick? And he says, man, I was just shaving. I accidentally scratched myself. That's just a bump. What kind of bump is that? Like I just told you, baby girl, I was shaving, cut myself. Okay. And you still decide to suck that nigga dick and bounce on it, that's your fault and your choice. But if you take accountability for that, nobody can fault you for that because at least you were honest. But the thing is, though, we can't feel bad for you because at the end of the day, you should have known better by retaining your seed with somebody who's also retaining their seed. You have to be with somebody who's divine just like you. If you know that you're intuitive, if you know that you have empathy, you cannot hang around hateful, empathetic demons that only love themselves and they only love their practices of taking your love from you. They have no love to give to themselves. So they need to get it from you. Is that all I got, Spirit? I guess so. I can go on and on all day, but retain your energy. If you have a husband or a wife or a spouse that you are into, you see a future with, by all means, if you want to be married to them, by all means, go crazy. Because, of course, you won't retain your energy your whole entire life. It's not realistic because, of course, you're here to experience a human experience. But don't sit here jacking off, lusting after women or men, sleeping with tons of people, and then you're burning them without telling them. On top of that, sue these niggas and women who are burning people out here because they're going crazy in Atlanta. If you stay in Georgia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Do not trust a soul out here if you have not been with them before the end of fame or social media attention spans. You have to have these conversations that are uncomfortable because if you don't, you're going to be going to the hospital, crying your eyes out, running to the internet, expecting us to give you sympathy like we give a fuck because we can't help you. You should have known better. If you knew better, you would do better. Lust will make you do some deceitful things once again. And if you don't understand how to love yourself, your lower self will show you how to love yourself through lust. And if you love yourself in a lustful way, you are no better than your mom or your dad. And then when you procreate and make a baby with this partner that you call your boo or your babe, you can't get mad when your child resents both of you and does better than both of you. That's all I got, man. Have a great day, God and Goddess.